How's it going, everyone? My name is Michael SK, and welcome back to Steins. So in the last episode, our confrontation with Moeka ended, and now we are on the search for FB. And, well, we did some searching in the last episode, but we didn't really find FB. Instead, things kind of got strange when we saw Mr. Braun being involved in the passing of the IBN 5100, which is kind of weird. And I feel like we'll be exploring that in this episode. Right now we are with Kirisu for some reason, and we have mail. From Mayuri. I saw Orion last night. It was really pretty. I hope you were looking up at the same time, because then it would be like we were close by, even if we were really far away. Stars are romantic, if you think like that, aren't they? Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I saw it too. First night in a while I've had time to look at the stars, but I don't think it was Orion. That's a winter constellation. Yeah, we'll go ahead and say that. Mayuri is such a gentle soul. Alright, let us read on. Kirisu sighs when she sees me.
あんたね、少しは連絡したらどうなの？
ずっと立て込んでいたのだ。
立て込んでたね。
Kirisu glances at Moeka.
もしかして心配していたのか？
私じゃないわよ。私は別にあんたがどこで何をしてようが知ったことじゃないけど。ただ、マユリはすごく心配してた。見てて痛々しいぐらいにね。せめてあの子にだけは連絡してあげなさいよ。
Now that she mentions it, it feels like I haven't talked to Mayuri in forever.
すべてはマユリを救うため。敵の正体がもうすぐ分かりそうなんだよ。
というか、敵って。
Kirisu glances at Moeka again. Moeka is completely expressionless. She's lightly kicking the dirt in boredom. She hasn't used her phone once since we began the search for FB. Guess there's no point for her to use it.
彼女は敵じゃないの？
敵だが真実を求めるため協調体制をとっている。
マユリを殺す人なんでしょ？
そうだ。
However, Moeka's just a pawn, and one that no longer poses a threat. To save Mayuri, I need to capture the king. Well, the king's cell phone.
まあいい。それでこれからどこか行くんでしょ？私もついていく。
正気か？助手よ。
正気だけど助手じゃないから。
危険かもしれないぞ。
Kirisu falters for a moment, but quickly tightens her expression.
今日の私は死ぬことになってる。
I've experienced the future, so I know who dies today.
いや、お前は死なない。
だったら問題なし。世界から死なないことを保証されたようなものだから。
Right. Kirisu doesn't die today. Neither does Mayuri. The only person who dies today is Kiryu Moeka. This afternoon she kills herself. I've already told Moeka her fate. But in spite of that, Moeka doesn't seem upset, at least on the surface. She's expressionless as always. The only difference is that she's not checking her phone as often. But Moeka's not a strong woman. Beneath that expressionless mask, is she struggling against the fear of death? I mean, probably. I decide to confront Tennoji directly. I have Kirisu stand guard outside the house while Moeka and I go inside. Not that we're planning to break in. We ring the doorbell like honest citizens. Tennoji soon opens the door and invites us into the living room. Well, it's not our first time in the house, but things are a lot different. The divergence meter is sitting in its usual spot. I glance at the numbers. 0.523307%. There's still a long way to go before I reach 1%. How much more of this can I take?
よく来てくれたな。
It's just after dawn, much too early for guests. But Tennoji welcomes us with a smile, excuse me there. He even starts preparing some instant coffee.
ずいぶん早起きなんですね、ミスター・ブラウン。
まあな。苗の学校の時間に合わせてるから、基本的に早起きなんだよ。
Wait, oh yeah, I guess school would be in session around this time, or at least in America.
今夏休み中だが、もう習慣になっちまってる。
お嬢さんはまだ寝ているんですか？
Oh, well, I guess summer break's still going on.
うるせえ！前のこと聞き出してどうするつもりだ？寝込みを襲おうとしたらマジで殺す！
しませんよ。
I'm more interested in his wife. There's still no sign of her. Is she asleep too? Or could she be hiding somewhere? I'd like to do a thorough search of the house, but of course that's impossible. And then there's what he said just now, about seeing Nai off to school. That sounded like something a single father would say. I suspected that FB was Tennoji's wife, but that it may have been a mistake. Maybe Tennoji is just another courier after all. Maybe he doesn't even know about FB. There's the possibility that FB not even be in Akiba. I need answers. But how do I get them? Moeka is just staring at the floor. I can't count on her for any bright ideas. And whether or not Tennoji's wife is FB, excuse me there, I don't think this man will fall for any tricks. I decide to go in for the direct approach.
数時間前、この家の前に6人の男が集まり、とあるものを持ってフランスに渡った。そのことについて当然ご存知ですね。
Man, we really are being direct. This time Tennoji doesn't give me his usual macho attitude. He just smiles softly.
それが
IBN5100。あなたは知っているはずだ。
幻のレトロ PC だろう。
This is too easy. He's never this cooperative.
あなたは何者だ？運び屋か？それともラウンダーか？
Instead of answering my question, Tennoji looks straight at Moeka.
おめえは裏切ったのか？ M4。
Oh. Moeka jerks up right. M4 is Moeka's code name, something only FB should know.
もしかして FB
Tennoji laughs once, a dry sound.
フェルディナント・ブラウンって知ってるか？
Moeka and I look at each other, confused by the sudden change of topic.
おいおい、ブラウン管を発明したノーベル物理学賞の偉人だぞ。
Tennoji has a thing for brawn tubes, I know that. But what does that have to do with anything?
フェルディナント・ブラウン。頭文字は？
FB
Okay.
そういうことだ。
Tennoji casually produces a handgun, sorry. The motion is so smooth and natural that I don't even recognize it as a gun at first. Its heavy form gives off a chilling black luster. The muzzle is pointed at Moeka. Moeka and I are unarmed. We didn't plan for this. How could we have? We thought FB was Tennoji's wife, not the man himself.
一つ聞かせてください。あなたの奥さんは？
苗を産んだ時に死んだ。それが
I curse silently. No wonder I've never seen her. She's been dead for years. Tennoji is FB.
いやいや、
俺への依存の次は現実逃避か？
Keeping his gun trained on Moika, the man I knew as Mr. Braun laughs scornfully. We're at an overwhelming disadvantage. I was a fool to believe the direct approach would work. Now my recklessness is going to get us both killed. No, not both of us. I don't die here. I'm here because I time leap on the 16th. That fact is written on the fabric of this world line. So if the attractor field model is right, I can't possibly die now, on the morning of the 15th. My survival is guaranteed by the same force that keeps killing Mayuri. However, Moika has no such protection. She dies today. It doesn't matter how. She could easily die now, right before my eyes. What am I going to do about it? Nothing. It doesn't matter. My goal is to obtain FB's cell phone and send a D-mail to Moika in the past. That is the reason I'm here. In any case, I mustn't let his handgun scare me. There's no turning back now. All I can do is stay on the offensive.
あなたがラウンダーの一員だったとはな。セルンの犬だったとはな。
犬か。間違っちゃいねえな。
Tenoji is like a different person today. He's composed. He doesn't get angry even when I provoke him. You wouldn't expect a man with a gun to be so calm. Is this who he really is? Was the gruff but good-natured storekeeper just an act?
撃てば銃声で娘が目を覚ます。
だからなんだ？
娘にそんな汚れ仕事をしている姿を見られたいのか？
俺の娘は見た目で判断するような器の小さい女じゃねえんだよ。
I grind my teeth.
よりによってあなたがラウンダーとは。橋田鈴はあなたにそんなことをさせるために世話をしてやったんじゃない。
Tenoji's smile stiffens for a second. But then he slaps his knee and laughs.
なんだよおめえ。すずさんのこと知ってんのか？だったらもっと早く言ってくれよ。
Tenoji and I haven't spoken about Suzuha on this world line.
だがな、ずいぶん分かったようなこと言うじゃねえか。すずさんは10年も前に死んだんだ。その当時、岡部は8歳かそこらだろ。なのにすずさんのことが分かるってのか。
わかるさ。
I glare at Tenoji. The anger and frustration are overwhelming.
俺の主観時間では彼女はほんの数週間前までこの時代にいた。
未来を変えるのは君たちにかかってる。私は荷物をこの秋葉原に絶対持ってくるから。そして君たちに責任を持って託すから。お願い、未来を変えてほしい。
I still remember her words vividly. Though it feels like it's been forever since she spoke them. In objective time, it was just a few days ago.
あなたのすぐ近くにいたんだよ。彼女は橋田鈴、いや天音鈴葉はセルンと戦うためにこの時代にやってきたタイムトラベラーだ。
日本
気づかなかったのか FB。 あなたの恩人は2036年からやってきたんだよ。我がラボの一員ダルの娘だ。鈴葉はセルンを恨んでいた。なのにその鈴葉に世話になったあなたはセルンの犬か。これでは鈴葉が浮かばれないぞ。
でたらめ言ってんじゃねえよ。
Tenoji thrusts his gun at me. I barely managed to keep from flinching.
どうしてこんなことになった。
うるせえな。いろいろあるんだよ。
Complicated. Is that supposed to be an excuse?
本当に FB
She's still on that? Moika looks completely lost. Tennoji sighs and lowers his gun.
ああ、そうだ。
メールは
全部俺が書いた。なぜ女言葉かって？カムフラージュだよ。正体を隠すためのな。
Well, I guess it worked.
ネットでもネカマなんて腐るほどいるだろ。マジな話、大変だったんだぜ、M4。メール送りすぎだ、タコ。
Finally, someone says it.
おめえのくだらねえ相談に全レスしてやったんだ。感謝しろ。
そんな FB は私のお母さんみたいな存在で、私は FB のためなら何だって。
そう仕向けたんだよ。おめえみたいなメンヘルは簡単に依存してくれるから操りやすい。
もうやめろ。
I approach Tennoji, but freeze once he points the gun at me again.
なぜ連絡くれなかったの？
連絡？ああ。IBN5100 を手に入れた時点で、おめえはもう用済みだからだ。
用済み？
And that was obvious. I've been telling her this whole time that FB abandoned her. I guess it wasn't real to her until she heard it from FB's own mouth.
ダイレクトメールでメンバーを募集するのは、機密性の保持の観点からするとザルだけどな。それがラウンダーのやり方だ。そして IBN5100 を見つけたメンバーは任務達成となり口封じされる。例外なく全員だ。
What? What is he saying?
そうすることでセルンと委員会は機密を保持しつつ安い金で俺たちみてえなはみ出し者を利用してるわけだ。あいつらにしてみればラウンダーは全員駒さ。悲しいことにな。
Without dropping his smile, Tennoji takes his gun.
任務達成はすなわち処分確定。扱いとしては犬通より家畜だな。
And presses it against the side of his head.
逆らえば家族が危険にさらされるんだ。大事な娘に手出しさせられねえだろ。
おい、よせ。
すずさんには悪いと思ってるよ。ほんと、なんでこんなことになったんだろうな。
He pulls the trigger. Well.
なんで
Brains splatter against the wall. Tennoji's massive body drops to the floor and sprawls out motionless. A dark red stain begins to spread over the tatami mats. He's dead. Tennoji is dead. Ew. It's over. And I still don't understand what happened. Would he have killed himself even if we hadn't confronted him? Was his death too the will of fate? Tennoji had completed his mission. Maybe he chose to eliminate himself rather than face CERN assassins.
バカだ。あなたは。
I bite down hard on my lip. I pound my fist against the floor.
娘を残して何勝手に死んでるんだよ。
He meant to protect her with his sacrifice, but what is Nai supposed to do now?
しかもなんで笑いながら死ねるんだよ。
All rounders are expendable, he said. Does that mean FB was just another pawn? Is that how SERN operates? That's insanity. This can't be real. Nai. Is she still asleep in the next room? Blissfully unaware of her father's suicide? How do I explain this to her? Should I run? Again, strictly speaking, my purpose is to obtain FB's phone. Once I send the D-mail and change the world line, all of this will be undone. I can run like a coward, and no one will know. But I'll know. I timidly slide open the door to Nai's bedroom. It looks like you'd expect. There's a red backpack hanging next to the desk, and there's a futon laid out on the floor. But Nai isn't there. The window is open. The lace curtains are waving, as if to invite the fresh morning breeze inside.
いない。
Where did she go? No. Don't tell me CERN kidnapped her. I don't even know if she was here when we arrived. None of this makes sense. This isn't the world I know.
携帯を探そう。
I need Tenoji's phone. I'm relieved Nai isn't here. I don't have to tell her about her father's death. I find Tenoji's phone in his pants pocket. I was ready to kill him for it if I had to. I never thought he would kill himself. And now I'm looting his dead body like a hyena scavenging for scraps of meat. I make myself want to puke. I leave as soon as I have the phone, dragging the catatonic Moika with me. Sorry about that. We regroup with Kirisu, who was worried sick waiting outside, and hail a taxi. I wish we hadn't spent so much time parked near Tenoji's house. Once the body is found, the police might trace the rental car back to us. Maybe we should have reported it first, but I'd rather not have to answer any questions. Besides, soon none of this will have happened.
そう。店長が。
First, we take Moika back to her apartment. There I explain to Kirisu what happened. Moika didn't say a word on the way back. Now she's sitting on the floor by the entrance, staring off into space. It must have been quite a shock to hear Tenoji's, or FB's, confession. The one person she trusted betrayed her. She may never recover. But were Tenoji's actions really a betrayal? I'm not quite convinced. Something felt off back there. Rounders who complete their mission are eliminated, no exceptions. That's what FB said. But in that case, why wasn't Moika killed?
なあ、萌か。もしかしたら FB はお前を生かそうとしたのかもしれない。あの人はお前を見捨てたんじゃなくて突き放して生かそうとしたのかも。
I guess that's one way to look at it. This may just be wishful thinking. We'll never know FB's true intentions. But I want to believe that Tenoji did care for her, that there was a place for Moika somewhere. What am I doing? Why am I trying to comfort Moika? Maybe I'm just soft.
岡部、今すぐ D メールを送るべきよ。
Kirisu's expression is grave.
今を逃すと、いろいろ面倒なことに巻き込まれるかもしれないから。
Most definitely. Kirisu had the same thought as me.
あんたの目的は、マユリを救うことであって、セルンへの復讐じゃないでしょ。私たちが作ったタイムリープマシンのせいで犠牲が出るのは気持ちのいいことじゃない。
ああ、そうだな。
FB's phone is in my possession. There is no longer any reason to stay on this world line. It's only a matter of time until the police come looking for us. I should send the D-mail immediately. When I do, the present will be reconstructed. Tennoji will still be alive, Moika will still be in contact with FB, and, at last, the IBN 5100 will return to me. I just need to think about saving Mayuri, and all will be well.
ダルはもうラボに来ていると思うか？
電話してみる。
I'll send the same message I tried to send earlier from Moika's phone. Only this time, it will be from FB's phone. When Moika sees it, she'll believe it to be an order from FB. Knowing her dependence on FB, she'll obey without question. It makes me sick to be taking advantage of Moika's vulnerabilities like this. How am I any different from FB?
あと5分くらいでラボに着くって。
So we just wait until then.
ねえ、さっき店長の家でのことだけど。
After closing her phone, Kirisu glances at Moika and lowers her voice.
私、外で見張ってて、銃声が聞こえて、その直後ぐらいに、あの子の姿、見た。
あの子。
I ask, even though I already know the answer. There's only one person it could be.
なえちゃん。家の裏口から走り去っていった。呼び止めようとしたら目があったわ。
Kirisu bites her lip, as if fighting an unpleasant memory. It happened right after she heard the gunshot. If that's true, then Nai saw her father die. She saw her father die and ran away. Motherfucker. There's a knock on the door. Someone's here. Who? Moika, who had been squatting by the entrance, slowly lifts her head. This is wrong. The timing's too perfect. Today, Kiryu Moika dies. This world line has already approved that fate. Has it come for her already? Moika reaches for the doorknob.
よせ、開けるな。
I try to stop her, but too late. Moika is already turning the doorknob. The door opens slowly, and there stands...
こんにちは。
An innocent greeting. A child's voice. Familiar. How did she find this place? How did she get in here? Or how did she get here, I mean? Why did she come here? She ran away. Our eyes met. Right after I heard the gunshot. Okay. Nai steps up to Moika. Moika's body blocks my view. The next instant, Moika drops to her knees like a string-cut puppet. An innocent laugh. Hands dyed with blood. A cleaver in her hand.
嘘でしょ。嘘じゃない。
Nai's lips twist into a victorious sneer. She looks straight at me, her eyes burning with intense hatred. Those aren't the eyes of a child. What's going on here? Is this really Nai?
私は許さない。
The venom in her voice chills me to the bone.
父さんを死に追いやったお前たちを絶対に許さないから。私がこの手で殺してやるまで許さないから。
Kirisu and I stare in shocked silence. Neither of us can move a muscle.
岡部倫太郎
My heart skips a beat. I feel like someone just walked over my grave.
お前は15年後に殺す。それまで怯えて待ってなさい。
What the fuck? Nai tosses the knife away and leaves, laughing all the while. I hear the sound of her footsteps pattering down the stairs. Soon they fade away, leaving us in silence. You know, I have a lot of questions, and I can't believe I forgot all about any of this from the anime. I'm pretty sure this was in the anime, but I don't remember it.
今のはなんだ悪魔か何かが取り付いていたのか
My entire body is shaking. I have to struggle just to move a finger.
いやそれよりも萌香が
Moika's clothes are soaked in blood. There's a gaping wound in her abdomen where Nai stabbed her.
落ち着け
Kirisu yells for me to come to my senses, excuse me there, and then she takes out her phone.
桐生さんの容体を見て私は救急車を待ってそれより先に D メールを送ってしまった方がいいのかもしれない
Yeah, at this point we should let's just get the fuck out of here, you know? Change the world line. Even now, Kirisu is calm. I feel an irrational surge of anger at her composure, but I know that she's right. Once I send the D-mail, this world line will be undone. I know that, but still I run to Moika's side. When I lift her up in my arms, I see that her chest is already covered in blood.
萌香
She's my enemy.
しっかりしろおい
She killed Mayuri.
聞こえるか萌香
I can't understand her. I can't forgive her. And yet I can't help but call her name. Because in a sense, she's a victim too. Moika slowly opens her eyes. Her eyes are blank and unfocused. She's fading fast. She tries to speak, but her voice catches in her throat. I bring my ear closer to her lips.
私あなたの大切な人を殺したから
Yes, you did. Countless times. Not on this world line, but on others. The will of fate.
ごめんなさいごめんなさい
I silently squeeze Moika's hand. Moika doesn't squeeze back. She no longer has the strength.
私にとっては FB しかいなくて私にとっての居場所そこだけで守るためなら殺す恨まれて当然ごめんなさい
許すよ
The words come to my lips unbidden. But as soon as I speak them, I understand why. Moika does not kill Mayuri on this world line. Even if she could, it would not happen until tomorrow. This Moeka, the one dying in my arms, is innocent. And yet even now she says I'm sorry. How can I not answer her?
許す。
Perhaps the words are meaningless. Forgiving Moeka will not cure Nai's hate. Neither will Moeka's death. I don't even know if I truly mean what I'm saying. But still, I remember what Kirisu said. My goal is to save Mayuri, not avenge her. So here now.
お前を許す。
The anguish seems to fade from Moeka's face. Her eyes slowly close. A tear slides down Moeka's cheek. Her hand slips from my grasp. She is no longer breathing. Biting my lip, I lay Moeka to rest on the floor. I place her purple phone in her hands.
岡部
Kirisu calls to me in a weak voice.
D メールを送るべきだと思う。もう準備はできてる。
Moeka and FB are gone, but Mayuri's fate remains unchanged. The universe still demands her death.
なあ、クリスティーナ。D メールを送って、ダイバージェンスが変わったら、萌香はそこで生きていると思うか、それとも死んだままだと思うか。
あんたが言っていたアトラクタフィールド理論で考えるなら、ダイバージェンスが 1% 以上なら生きている確率は高くなる。ごめん、こんな思いやりもクソもない言い方しかできなくて。
いや、いいんだ。
I stand up. Moeka's blood clings to my hands. It won't come off, even when I wipe it with a tissue. The fuck was that? I stop trying and take out FB's phone. I nod to Kirisu. She calls Daru and tells him to activate the phone wave name subject to change. I take one last look at Moeka's body lying there. Causality is a strange and terrifying thing. At the beginning of all of this, Moeka killed Mayuri. But now Moeka lies dead, while Mayuri still lives. I should probably save this. I don't really know what's gonna happen, but I'll save. All because I changed the past. Moeka, if you're going to apologize for a sin you didn't commit, then I must apologize as well. I am responsible for twisting your fate, and for twisting the fate of Tennoji Nai. I ruined that innocent girl's life, made her something other than what she was meant to be. Is it okay to just leave her like this? Of course, if I send the D-mail now, this world line will be undone. Nai's twisted fate will be corrected. There is no point in worrying about it. I should just think about Mayuri. I shouldn't burden myself with any more problems. Is this really okay? Of course it is. Send the D-mail. That's all I need to do. Why won't my fingers move? I already know what I need to do. And yet...
岡部、
さっきのあの子、様子が変じゃなかったか。
あの子ってナイちゃんのこと？
I nod.
まるで別人みたいだった。
15年後に殺すってどういう意味なんだ。
You know what? That is actually kind of interesting. That's very specific. It bothers me. Does she know something? What was she implying?
岡部、気にすることない。D メールを今すぐ送って。それで何もかも解決よ。
We really should, but this, I think, is leading us to Moeka's ending, despite her being dead. I put FB's phone in my pocket.
見なかったことには できない。
Naya's crime is partly my responsibility, and I need to know what she meant when she promised to kill me in 15 years from now.
タイムリープする。ラボに戻ろう。
Kirisu sighs, but I pretend not to hear it. Are we time leaping back to when she, like, does the murder? Oh, we're time leaping back to... Oh, shit. Kirisu glances at Moika, then whispers into my ear.
彼女は敵じゃないの？
今は朝の7時前だな。
は？そうだけど、何よ、いきなり。
After time leaping 4 hours back, I find myself in front of the station. This is right after Moika and I met up with Kirisu after returning from Narita Airport. After this comes the Tenuji residence, sorry. Moika is standing a few meters away, kicking the dirt in boredom. Moika was dead just a few minutes ago, but now she's perfectly fine. I feel no surprise. I suppose I've grown accustomed to this particular facet of time travel. After all, I've seen Mayuri come back to life countless times already. There is one other thing experience has taught me. Today, Moika and Tenuji will die, and there's nothing we can do to stop it. I know it's cruel, but I didn't come back here to save them. I don't have the means to, and it isn't my problem. The problem is Nai. We arrive in front of Tenuji's house, just like we did before I time leaped. But this time, I wait outside with Kirisu. Moika enters alone, expressionless as ever. While we wait outside, I tell Kirisu what's about to happen. I also tell her to wait a little while after she hears the gunshot, and then go inside and take Tenuji's phone. It feels like an eternity passes in silence. And then... Kirisu gasps. Her body goes stiff. I feel like it was a gunshot to Moika. I immediately look around. Just as Kirisu told me, I see a girl come out of the window. She walks away quickly, but at the same time taking care not to make a sound. That's not how a child acts after witnessing her father's death. And maybe Moika didn't die. Nai looks over her shoulder. She spears me with eyes full of hatred. That alone is enough to make me shiver. It's pitiful, but a tiny little girl is making me nervous. Something is very wrong here. This Nai is like a completely different person. I want to know her true identity. And that's why I time leaped instead of sending the D-mail. Nai is still running, ignoring my calls to stop. I run after her. Oh, here we go. Out of shape though I may be, I'm still more than a match for a 12-year-old girl. The distance between us quickly shortens. Nai keeps running, occasionally looking back at me and grinding her teeth in a very unchildlike manner. Normally, a child being chased by a man will cry and scream things like "stay away" or "help." But this girl says nothing. The only sound is her heavy breathing.
Tomare!
I call out to her once more when she's nearly in arm's reach. Unexpectedly, Nai slows down and eventually stops to catch her breath. Looks like she's realized she can't get away. From the sound of her breathing, she must be at her limit. We're alone. Kirisu and Moika must still be at the house, and the streets are empty thanks to the Oban holidays. Perfect. I was afraid someone might report me as a child molester. Now I can get what I need to know out of this strange girl who looks like Nai. I call out to her as I catch my breath.
お前は本当に天王寺ナエか?
Nai glares at me as she catches her breath.
お前はこれから桐生萌香を殺すつもりなんだろう。
うよ。
She punctuates her nonchalant reply with a cruel smile. That is not the face of a child.
父親の復讐か。
お前と桐生萌香は父さんを殺した。
店長は自殺したんだ。自分で頭を打ち抜いた。それに俺たちが行かなくてもあの男は自殺していただろう。逆恨みだ。
そんなの知ったことじゃない。
What?
父さんが死んだ時、桐生萌香はその場にいた。でも父さんが死ぬのを止めなかった。だから許さない。お前もだ、岡部倫太郎。あの場にはいなかったけど、お前に関わらなければ父さんは死ななくて済んだ。
Wait, is she blaming me for finding the IBN 5100? How the hell was I supposed to know?
だがお前はすぐには殺さない。殺せないからな。
The tiny little girl, barely half my height, looks up at me with a smile that chills my blood.
お前を殺すのは15年後。
But why
それま
15
でせいぜい
years?
怯え続けるんだ。
I get on my knees and grab Nai by the shoulders. I hold back my terror and meet her stare for stare. And yet, this girl doesn't even flinch.
お前は誰なんだ。
She isn't Tennoji Nai.
15年後に殺すってどういう意味なんだ。
そのままの意味だよ。お前は15年後に私が殺した。
Killed? Why is she using past tense? Nai laughs once, a harsh and mocking sound. Then she leans in and whispers.
わからないのか。今こう言った。お前は誰なんだって。私は天王寺苗だよ。間違いなくな。ただし私は15年先の記憶まで思い出している。
No. Did she?
タイムリープ。
Nai suddenly whips out a knife, catching me completely off guard. Okay. Nai drives the knife into the elbow of my right arm, which was grabbing her shoulder. Blood sprays onto Nai's face, but she doesn't even blink. Instead, she laughs. Just like she laughed when she killed Moika. The intense pain brings me to my knees. For a moment I panic, but somehow I manage to convince myself that I'm fine. I won't die here. I tell myself. This world line won't accept that. It's just like Nai said herself. It's not that she won't kill me, she can't. If she tried, something would surely interfere.
お前を殺した時のこと教えてあげよっか。なんかレジスタンスの創始者とか言ってセルンに歯向かってたみたいだけど、私が拉致して監禁してやって考えつく限りのありとあらゆる拷問を加えてやったよ。お前は痛みに泣きわめきクソとしょんべんをまき散らしながら私に命乞いをした。実に醜かったよ、岡部倫太郎。しょうがないから最後に私自身の手で喉をかき切ってやった後、気が済むまでめった刺しにしたのよ。一体何回刺したか私でもわからないぐらいにね。それが15年後のお前が迎える最後だ。父さんを殺したお前を待っている運命だ。
Nai grabs my arm and digs her tiny fingers into the wound. Wow. My nerves burst into flame, not just in my arm, but throughout my entire body. The pain forces the air out of my lungs in a blood-curdling scream. I can't shake off Nai's hands. I can't even move a finger against the pain.
セ ンはお前の作ったタイムリープマシンを回収して15年もの間一切手をつけずに保管したままだったんだ。私はそれに目をつけたの。15年後ラウンダーになった私はお前を殺してからそれを使ってここまで戻ってきた。一度にたった48時間しか遡れない欠陥品だからずいぶん苦労したけど。
To travel 15 years in 48-hour increments would take. Damn, I can't calculate through the pain.
単純計算で2738回だ。
What the hell? That's enough to just like kill your mentality.
他にも色々あったせいで実際の回数はきっと倍以上だけどな。自分が何回タイムリープしたかなんてとっくに忘れたよ。
Now I get it. When I came to this world line, I went back to the lab after learning of Moika's suicide. And once I got there, I found evidence someone had used the time leap machine. So that was Nai's final leap. Nai keeps staring into my eyes as her fingers crawl deeper into my wound. I bite my lip in a desperate attempt to bear the pain. My blood won't stop flowing. It collects into a puddle and stains the asphalt dark red.
私はこの復讐のためだけに生きてきた。誰にも邪魔はさせない。絶対に桐生萌香も殺してやる。この手でだ。自殺なんてさせるもんか。そんな生ぬるい死に方で逃がしたりはしない。
たったそれだけのために15年もの歳月を遡ってきたのかよ。
She's insane. And it was Moika and I who made her that way, who turned an innocent little girl into a creature of hatred starved for vengeance. We stole 15 years of her life. 15 years. I can't understand what it's like to live with such hatred for so long.
たったそれだけだと。
Nai's slender fingers pry deeper into my wound. So deep I can feel her fingers against my bone. Yeah, that's painful, alright. My fucking god. This actually is pretty insane. Oh my god, so she just... all of a sudden, 2 days ago, she just had that personality change. And I don't know if we ever noticed it before. Yes, there was the time leap that we, saw the, we saw that someone used the time leap machine, but I wonder if there's anything else that I might have missed just from her time leaping to get back to the 13th. Maybe to the 11th, actually. I don't know, man. Oh, fuck.
お前たちにとってはたったそれだけかもしれないが、私にとってはお前と桐生萌香を殺すことだけが全てなんだよ。
それで萌香を殺してその後はどうするつもりだ。
その後
遡ってきた15年をもう一度やり直すのか。
そんなものに何の価値がある。価値なんてないんだ。
She does not cry. She does not sneer. Her voice is flat and emotionless as she speaks these words. There's nothing more I can say to this girl I destroyed. At last, Nai lets go of my arm. She looks in disgust at her hands, now covered in my blood.
お前は今何もしなくていい。ただ怯え、後悔し続けろ、岡部倫太郎。15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで。
Wait a minute. For her to time leap as many times as she did, she had to have had the same phone for 15 years, or at least the same number. That's ridiculous. And at the age of 12, what the fuck? I'm powerless to stop her from running away. Dry laughter leaks out of my mouth. That girl's disconnected from causality, just like I am. I asked her what she would do after killing Moika, She didn't answer. The first time she lived those 15 years, all she had was revenge. And after time leaping thousands of times, she exacted that revenge. How will she live those 15 years the second time around? Will she kill me again? Will her revenge be complete then? Or will it continue forever until even she forgets why? The thought squeezes my heart like a vice. Does time travel bring nothing but pain? We built a time machine out of curiosity. We were fools. If not for our meddling, CERN would not have targeted us. Mayuri would not have died. Suzuha would not have had to travel to the past. Fedis would not have lost her father twice. Lukako would not have had to forsake her feelings for me. And Moika would not have killed Mayuri. Kirisu runs up to me. She turns pale at the sight of my bleeding arm. She kneels in front of me. Worry is etched on her face. Kirisu hands me FB's phone. I take it and start typing out the mail with my left hand.
D メールを送る。
そうか。世界線が変わればこの傷もなくなるのかな。
Yes, but who cares about my wound? Tenoji's death, Moika's death, and the damage to Nai's soul will be all undone. That's what matters. I finish the mail and take a breath.
なあ、どうして店長は萌香を殺さなかったんだろうな。
どういうこと？
Any rounder who finds an IBN 5100 is silenced. No exceptions. That's what Tenoji said. In that case, the one who should have been eliminated first was Moika. She found the IBN 5100 in the first place. And yet Tenoji cut contact with her instead. And when we exposed his true identity, he shot himself, not Moika.
俺は思うんだ。やっぱり店長は萌香を助けたかったんだよ。
Perhaps that's just wishful thinking. Perhaps I'm just looking for an ounce of comfort in all this suffering. Even if that was Tenoji's intention, it was meaningless. Moika will die today, whether by her own whether by her own hand or in Nai's, it doesn't matter. However,
ベータ世界線ではそうなるといいな。
they are the enemy. I should hate them for killing Mayuri. But in some sense, Tenoji, Moika, and Nai are all just victims of my foolish experiments. I pray that they can live normal lives, at least on the Beta world line. Excuse me there, still going through puberty. Not their sake as well as Mayuri's. I must send this D-mail.
悪いな。ない。
Once this D-mail is sent, this world line will be undone.
お前の復讐は果たされない。
Alright. We are continuing to make progress. The world shatters, warps, and reforms. Eventually, those sensations disappear, and color gradually returns to the world. I find myself standing in the street near the lab. The burning pain in my right arm is suddenly gone. I look down. There's no wound, no blood. Instead, I'm holding a convenience store bag with 2 bottles of Dr. P. I guess it worked. I head straight for Moika's apartment. When I get there, Moika opens the door normally and peeks out at me. She looks fine. No signs of despair, no blood stain by the door, no knife either.
岡部君、ここどうやって調べ？
少し時間を潰させてもらうぞ。
I barge into the room. The hour of Moika's death passes with no sign of Nai. The world line has changed. We got mail! Moika's right in front of me, but she sends me mail. I don't need an IBN 5100 anymore. It feels like forever since we last conversed like this.
必要ないとは。
My supervisor told me to stop looking. Well, I guess the D-mail actually worked.
FB からストップが。
How do you know about FB? Where did you get that information? Okay, maybe we should not have said that. So FB's still alive. I feel relief, but also fear. I mustn't forget that he is my enemy. For now, however, I'm more interested in what Moika just said. FB canceled her mission to retrieve the IBN 5100?
任務達成はすなわち処分確定。扱いとしては犬っつうより家畜だな。
I recall his last words. Perhaps he canceled her missions so that they wouldn't be eliminated. If that's the truth, then maybe he really was trying to save Moika. No, it was our fucking demon. Whatever.
ただ怯え、後悔し続けろ、岡部倫太郎。15年後に私が迎えに行く時まで。
I wonder what happened to Nai. I can't get that childish yet hate-filled voice out of my head. On that world line, I turned an innocent girl into a murderer. I bite my lip hard enough to draw blood. I won't fear you, Nai, nor will I repent. That world line has already been undone. But how will things turn out on this new world line? No, there's no point thinking about it. If the plan worked, the IBN 5100 should already be back in my possession. And if that's the case, then there's no need to stay on this world line either. On the way back to the lab, I stop by the Bronte workshop and peek in through the window. The 42-inch CRT is powered on, and Tenuji, or FB, is lounging in front of it reading the sports pages. FB is still alive. His daughter, Nai, has no reason to hate anyone now. I climb the stairs to the lab. There's nobody there but Kirisu.
桐生萌香のアパートに行ったか。
は？
Kirisu pauses her at-channel browsing session to look at me in confusion.
萌香さんのアパート？私が？行ってないけど。
そうか。
どういうことよ。
いや、言っていないならいいんだ。
I cut across the lounge and head straight for the development room. In the middle of that room sits the time leap machine. After a glance at the time leap machine, I scan the shelves. We have it, baby. A large familiar cardboard box. I was right. Inside the box is the IBN 5100, the legendary retro PC stolen from me by a twist of fate. At last it has returned. The long battle is finally over. I did it. We can save Mayuri.
Super Haka! Super Haka, come on!
I can't contain my excitement. My heart is beating like a jackhammer. We have mail, though. Oh, it's Mayuri. Okarin's been acting strange lately, so Mayushi didn't go to Kamima today. Are you at the lab? Maybe I'll go there now. I haven't seen you in a couple of days, you know? We usually see each other every day, so it's really lonely. I know it's only been 4 days at most, but I'm used to being with you all the time. I'm your hostage, remember? Don't let go. Aw, damn. Wait, what were we doing in the past few days then if we weren't here?
小見間に行くって言ってたじゃない。
Oh, right. In that case, he won't return until evening. I can't wait that long. So I fire up the time machine and leap. Fine by me. Well, I guess we didn't get to an ending like I thought we would. Instead, we found out some interesting information. Very interesting information, you know? Alright. I guess we'll stop it here if we're not coming up on an ending. I wouldn't see why we would be. It sort of seems like we changed... We've jumped into a world line. We're getting closer to beta. So I think we're okay. And plus we have the IBN 5100. So I guess we'll end it here. All should be well. But just in case, I will save it over here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this crazy-ass episode, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and all that fancy shit. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.